Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to We Empower You and the WeEmpowerYouLife.com website. And this is our Wednesday meeting that we have at 3 o'clock every day, 52 weeks out of the year. And I'm here today with Lee Romanoff, the founder of Income Activator. And together we're going to be talking to you about how to be on radio and TV. This is an all-important topic these days because there's so many opportunities to be interviewed, to share your why story, to tell people about what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to want to come to this meeting. And to do that, you're going to want to go to WeEmpowerYourLife.com if you're watching on Facebook and click on our calendar tab to join us on our Zoom link. We are welcoming you and we're waving you over. So come on into this wonderful meeting. Lee, take it away.
Thank you. Okay, so this is all about the media. And I've been on every media station worldwide, newspaper, radio, TV, you name it. So I've got the BBC, the CBC, the ABC, everywhere, every alphabet station ever. And I'll tell you, I didn't actually, my first interview with somebody, I hired an actor to play me. That's how nervous I was about interviewing. Okay, so I'm not coming out of school saying, "Yeah, I'm the one." And it's just like, no, I had to do a presentation in front of 10 people. I was in the washroom for an hour. Okay, this is not natural for people, and I totally get it. But there's a foot in the door. And I'll tell you a couple of my foots in the door because it's important to know. One of my foots in the door was that I read an article, and this woman that was writing it, Ellen Roseman, she was wrong. She was just wrong. And I just called her up and I said, "Hey, I'm in this industry. Are you around for a coffee? Because I want to tell you information about this." And she actually had slagged a part of my business in it too. And I got over to her office and sat with a coffee, and she ended up writing this huge article about it and completely reversing her opinion and used me as a resource. Another, I called somebody up in the Toronto Star one time and I said, "I've got this business I'm launching and can I come and see you?" And they said, yes. And they said, "If we write about this business, we'll put you out of business before you start." Like, that's how friendly they were, right? Okay. And I said, "What do I need to do to fix this?" And every time I fixed it, I would report back to Jim Daw. And by the end of my reporting back, I ended up getting the front page of the business section. My picture was actual live, like the real size. It was so big. Okay, so if you start just reaching out, if you're in any kind of consumer advocate positioning, helping people, they love you because that can go against big corporations that they don't really always like. So any consumer advocate position is really, really beneficial to you guys. Because the media loves consumer advocates. Why? Because their readership, their listening audience are all consumer advocates. And the best part about it, when you're a consumer advocate, you probably aren't licensed. So if you say something wrong, you can't get your license pulled. That's even the best. They have no control over you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some things in a PowerPoint presentation today and just regarding positioning and pitch. But before I do this, I want to have Bettina play one of my interviews. And you think my interview would be on, the success of my online business or anything about me, like anything about me. I got the interview because my dog, and I'm telling you, my dog does not have more credentials than I do, but the dog got the interview. I used the dog, I agreed, but if they're going to spend 10 minutes on a radio show, I'd rather have them interview me, but the hook was the dog. If you have a pet, you now have a hook. Okay, so I'm going to be presenting all kinds of options to you. Do you want to just play this first video, and then we'll go into the PowerPoint, and then we'll finish off with the last video.
Sure thing. Okay.
So how to profit from your pet online. Understand that this is, I could have told people how to profit online, but I used a pet instead. So you can make this full screen.
When your furry friend can start making you money online, they can go from your best friend to your sugar doggy. And it's true, your pet can make you money online. Let's listen to how Ross compares his 2 French bulldogs to Shiner, the online terrier tycoon.
Something, shouldn't you? I mean, I know you're dogs, but come on, I'm not trying to raise a bunch of little slackers. So joining us to maybe help come up with some ideas on how my dogs and yours can do a little better in starting to pull their own weight. Lee Romanov, the proprietor of WhoLetTheDogIn.com. Good morning, Lee. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
You got dogs yourself, I assume? What do you have?
I have an English Bull Terrier.
I know what those are. The long, skinny-faced dog with like the Target dog.
The Target dog, yeah, they look a little bit like a pig, but they're a dog.
Excellent. Those are very cool dogs. Now, is your dog a slacker?
Absolutely no. In fact, Google is sending him checks every month, and I actually went to the bank to open up an account for him, and they kicked me out. They said that dog couldn't open up a bank account, so I'm signing the backs of his Google checks.
Unbelievable. How'd you get that done, and how can I get that done?
It's a simple process of having your pet make money for you online. You get a website, you grab the viral videos on animals on YouTube, and yes, it's okay to put YouTube videos on your website, and you start sharing them with your friends and family, but make sure every page you add has, your Google pay-per-click ads, some store products you can get through companies like ClickBank or Commission Junction, and referral forms where you send leads to like vets or dog walkers and things like that. It's really simple, and they can actually become an online tycoon.
So when you say put viral videos, you mean only viral videos of your own dog, or are you putting up videos of other people's dogs and your dog?
Both, actually. You can put up videos on your own dog, absolutely. But then, YouTube has huge amounts of traffic of these viral videos of animals, and you can take those videos, they give you the code, and you just copy it into your website, and you can have, the guilty dog videos and all kinds of things on your website.
Well, how does that help? Like, how do you get traffic to your website for those? Like, wouldn't people just be going to YouTube, or are you saying they're doing Google searches for dog videos and then your website shows up in the Google search, so they come to you that way?
Bingo, that's exactly how it is, because when you put a YouTube video of a dog video on your website and you add content, maybe you're describing the dog video, Google presents to searches videos with content with them. So it's always better to put a little bit of content on your page with the video, and you actually boost yourself up in the search engines.
Wow. So what percentage of the videos on your website are of your dog, and how much do you use videos of other people's dogs that you found that you embed with the YouTube code?
10% are my dog, and the rest, the 90%, are videos that I find on YouTube. There are movies you can add. There are, funny commercials you can add. And it just doesn't have to be dogs. It can be cats and snakes and rabbits, everything. The key is when you put a video up on your website on a page, then you send it out to your friends and family, and they send it out to their friends and family. So when they come back to your website, ask them to share their story or their video, and all of a sudden you start becoming a social media site for pets. And
Wow.
that's where money comes in. All of a sudden, you're not entirely responsible for creating great content. People are giving you content.
WhoLetTheDogIn.com has all kinds of people contributing content, pictures, and videos, and in turn, some of these people want to receive leads for their businesses. And the money is in the lead revenue. Vets and dog trainers can pay you up to $40 per lead, and it really adds up. And that's when you start making thousands of dollars in revenue. The more pages you have, the more traffic you get, the more money you make.
Wow. So how much money does Shiner get from Google?
Oh my gosh, it all varies. It can be anywhere from a couple $100 to a couple of $1,000.
Wow, that pays for his dog food. Is he named for the beer from Texas, for Shiner beer?
You know, I tried to get that sponsorship. They wouldn't go for it, so it's just easier for him to make his own money on his own website and, dine on steak every night instead of mac and cheese.
That's unbelievable. So how difficult is it for an ordinary human being who has a job, during the day to set up a website like your WhoLetTheDogIn.com? How easy is it for just a normal person to do this, and how much time does it take?
Well, it depends on how much time you have to add videos and send out emails. You can start this as a hobby or grow it into an online business. The best thing is that these websites are pre-made, ready to go, and you can get them from incomeactivator.com.
So, and do you have some financial connection to incomeactivator.com, or is that the tool that you happen to use to make your own website?
I own incomeactivator.com. It's a website builder much like WordPress, GoDaddy, or Wix, but it includes all the software you need, like an online store, email messaging, and lead tracking, so that you can generate revenue online. Many of these other website builders are little more than a brochure, and online brochures don't make money.
That is absolutely great, and I admire your entrepreneurial spirit and figuring it out before probably a lot of people did. That how to turn, not only how to turn the internet into income for you, but I think more importantly, how to turn it into income for your dog, because that's a serious accomplishment.
Thank you.
What a fascinating story. Lee Romanoff, proprietor of WhoLetTheDogIn.com and IncomeActivator.com, the website that she built that has a tool to let you do what she did with Who Let the Dog In. Very cool stuff. Thanks for your time, and thanks for sharing the story, and say hi to Shiner for all of us.
Was nice, the party was pumping, and everybody having a ball until the fellas started name calling, and the girls respond to the call. I heard a poor one shout out, "Who let the dogs out?"
Okay. So let me tell you, I do not know who this Ramsey guy is. Okay, I did not have any lead into this. I just picked a name and presented an idea, and the radio station picked it up. I mean, it was that easy. And like a jerk, I have never even followed up with this. Okay, so when you pitch, now I pitched a story to the editor of the Toronto Star one time, and the guy looked at me, and I thought he was going to walk out, right? And he says, "Do you write?" And of course, I barefaced lied. And I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, do you want to do a column?" And I said, "Okay." He said, "Do you want to get paid?" And I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Okay, then you're hired." So I became a columnist for the Toronto Star. And because I became a columnist for the Toronto Star, the Canada's national newspaper then wanted me, and I became a columnist for the national newspaper of Canada, for Canada. So this is, and it's only because you get out there and you talk to the media and you pitch them stories, you give them stories, and here's the thing, You never know what's going to be of interest. You can't guess. And by the end of this presentation, I will show you my biggest promotion, and I would have never guessed in a million years that this would have gone worldwide and got over 1 million hits to my website ever. And I'm totally unqualified to talk about everything I talked about in this little pitch too. So with that being said, let's go on and figure out how to do this PowerPoint thing.
Oh, hang on. Let me give you permission. Just a second.
And I always have to get permission from my mom.
I love that. There you go.
The mom of We Empower You. Okay. Okay, I think it's this. Okay, share. And now here's where it gets fun. I have to figure this part out. Okay.
We see your browser at this point.
We see the Google action.
The ECOSA.
Oh yeah, ECOSA is a good search engine. They don't spy on you, and they actually give you good search results, where Google tends to be really biased.
Yes. So
Really?
are you going to show us the PowerPoint?
Do you see it?
No, you have to stop sharing and then go to the PowerPoint.
I did do that.
And then
Okay.
start sharing again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, slideshow from the beginning. Do you see it now?
Hit the share.
Okay, I have hit the share. I'm going to take a mallet to the share. Okay, let's try this again. Share the screen.
Huh,
Okay.
that's interesting. It's not sharing. Darn.
Okay, let me just keep Bettina, you
Yes.
talk and I'll figure out this. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I love Lee's story because at the end of the day, I've had a similar experience with media and opportunities that, came from pitching. And I do want to say that we'll cover that because some of you might go, pitching what? What do I say when I'm pitching? Because this is the strategy that has gotten us oodles of opportunities. Here's your slides now.
You
Please.
can see that?
Yes, take it away.
Okay, I just want to let you know that if you're technically inept online, you can still make a ton of money. Okay, your job is, okay, everybody was wondering what their job is. I'm going to tell you what your job is. Okay, your job is to do your job. I think that's pretty obvious, but a lot of us don't. We don't do our job. And what our job is to focus on the money, because if you don't have money, you're not going to be able to do your job. Okay, so that's all my presentation. I just wanted to outline this. I'm just going to go over things that people are thinking that it's their job, but they're not doing their job. They're doing busy work. And if you assign every job that you do tomorrow, every task, if you just assign a dollar amount, like for instance, this job that I'm doing right now, creating that slide, brought me in $0. That's the example. Assign how much money, whatever you're doing, is going to bring you in, how much money it's going to bring you in. If you're doing the same thing twice and you know the day before it didn't bring you any money in, and you're doing it again today and you'll be doing it again tomorrow, you could probably outline how much money you're going to make in the year. This is really important. Assign a dollar value to your tasks. And stop rearranging the chairs on the Titanic, okay? A lot of people are doing this. They're doing it, oh, I want this other color for my website. Oh, I want this little, 2 lines here. I want this space here. I want that over there. I mean, really? Really? Come on. You should see the ugly website I sold for just over $2 million. The fact is that it made money. They didn't care about the design. Once they bought the business, they did their own design. Okay, and stop trying to bring a horse to water and make him drink. Everybody can figure out this in their own sense, but these are the things that I'm seeing that I have a problem with and that everybody else is doing that's having a problem. They're bringing a horse to water, but they can't make it drink. Stop doing those kind of tasks. Just stop it. You're not going to make the horse drink. Lead by example. It's really important, you guys. These aren't just words right now. Stop trying to make other people successful. I'm not going to base my success on your ability to do anything. Stop trying to prove the success of your concept, business, or service through the success of other people using it. Because 90% of the people will not be successful in whatever your concept, product, or service is. In other words, how many times has someone bought a course on how to sell and not even open the book? Okay, you can't stop hanging your hat on other people's ability to be successful for your product or service. Prove it through your own success. Just use your product and service and be successful from that, and other people will follow. And just do it. Stop delaying, because everybody here is delaying the obvious. Cross those things out. Stop delaying. We had a whole bunch of delayers in this meeting, and I'm one of them, but someone's got to say stop. Okay. The easiest way to make money. We talked at the summit, maybe you guys were there, leads versus sales, and then promoting versus doing she at. I think that's, I can't remember. Yeah, she with an at sign, okay? Now let's go into this. You may remember from the summit, we talked about sales. If anyone's taken a sales course and spent like $3,000 on a sales course, they will hear from the teacher, 1% may buy. And if you're selling a $15.99 a product for $1,599, which maybe half of it is profit, you need to make 3 sales a week to make $120,000 a year, which means you need 300 qualified people a week to your website. Now, that's not easy to get, 300 qualified people a week to your website. But then we talked about leads, and we found that when people go to your website by hearing about you, and if you build your course, product, service into the membership, because you've got $800 to play with, because every time someone buys a membership, Bettina gives half the revenue, which is $800. 40% of people will follow your leads. And because they've been referred to somebody, your sales closing percentage goes up from 1% to 40%. That's why companies want you to like them. It's a dramatic increase to selling something, which means when you do work the numbers back, you only need 20 people to your website a week to create an annual income of $120,000. But because it's a membership that occurs year after year, this becomes an annual revenue for you. Even if your product is basically, once they bought it, they're not going to buy it again, the membership alone creates the annual revenue for you. And people like the membership because it includes a website where you're able to produce lead revenue. Everybody's their own directory here, sending business to companies they recommend and getting paid for it. Everybody can do it through a website, and they can also have their website through their cell phone and send leads. It includes a TV show that is on Apple, Amazon, Roku, Chromecast, Google Play, Android TV with a base of 50 million. And you also get a sponsorship package where you can say to the sponsors, here's my 5-minute TV show on all these stations. If you want to align with my message, then let's expand that. And of course, a TV show sends people to your website that generates revenue from lead revenue where you're not doing anything and you're just generating revenue from leads. You're not actually having to sell and teach people how to do things. And then you get to here. And this is where we want to go. Okay, so how do you get 20 people, qualified people a week to your website? Through promotion. But not this way, not the way we're doing it right now. Okay, no, there's not going to be 20 people to my website doing this Zoom meeting. So stop with the onesies and twosies. We're doing these meetings because Bettina is a genius for getting me to do this. But for you, don't mirror what we're doing. This is strictly, you're just really in a nice position to hear this information that nobody else is telling you. But stop with the onesies and twosies. Sales guide to not happening, okay? This is a sales guide to not happening, Zoom meetings. What you need to do is you need to talk to thousands of people and grab the low-hanging fruit, because the low-hanging fruit wants what you have and has the money to buy it. A lot of these people don't, and they're a hard way to convince. But if they hear your message, these people will align with you. Real radio, it's the fastest and easiest way. I was doing radio through the internet with all kinds of big promises. By my 30th interview, I started saying, if anybody's listening to this podcast, if you email me right now, I will give you $100. And I did that for the next 20 interviews until I decided not to do it anymore. I would never say that on real radio. With your We Empower You membership, you get, I think it's 400 targeted radio stations. It tells you what radio stations focus on what topics. You get the contact, the editor, the host, their email, their phone number, and how many listeners are actually really listening, because they have to sell advertising. And these stations that you've got through your membership package hit between 50,000 to 100,000. Now, if you're not a member, you can still search online to your local radio stations and national radio stations and get that information. It's just a little bit harder, but that's how I started. Okay, now what I'm finding from people is when I'm dealing with all the entrepreneurs, you have lots to say. You have so much to say. Everybody here is a book of 1,000 pages. And what I'm finding is that you don't know where to start with your pitch with the radio station because you're so informed. So let me break this down for you. Here's the formula. You are here with 1,000 pages. So what are your chapters to you? What are the chapters of everything you know? And when you break down the chapters, what is the title of your book? What are you standing for? So if you were to write 1,000 pages, how would you break down your chapters and what would you stand for? And then what category do you fit in? Because your readers equal money. So I'll give you an example for me, I have a website builder. I know everything about generating revenue online. So I would talk about how to generate revenue online through the media, radio, TV, emails, those would be my chapters. And my book is, my book could be how to make money online. That's it. So, and I would fit into the category of maybe technology or home businesses, probably home businesses. So any radio station that wants to give information about home businesses, I would say how to make money online, and I would pick a chapter. And my chapter might be on how a dog can make money online. Okay. So break it down that way. And when you're getting radio interviews, you also have to determine your category. So give yourself a title. My title was internet expert. No one said, hey, Lee, you're an internet expert. I just said, hey, I'm an internet expert. Okay, that was it. Okay, so how to make money online. Even a dog can make money online. And then your pages are your examples. And my examples would be how my dog made money online. My readers are my audience, and my money is my visitors. And that would get me 20 people a week to my radio show, to the radio interview. Hot topics. Always align yourself with hot topics. Right now, it's really easy. COVID, illness, politics, stress, money, all hot topics, all topics people want to listen to. Okay, now I'm going to break this down through some websites that I've done. And I'm just giving you, like, for instance, Ideas Exposed, which is Lauren's website, talks about just ideas. But I know Lauren is a hypnotherapist. So what I would do for her pitch is, I'm a hypnotherapist. COVID has stressed out a lot of people. I have some easy strategies to reduce people's stress. Go to my website. Okay, so there's her pitch. And if she can add this in, people are also stressed about money. We have free weekly meetings giving people tips on how to make money. That's an easy pitch for Lauren. Let's take someone else. Okay, Lori, Japanese success secrets revealed. Okay, hot topics, COVID, stress, money. In this COVID nightmare of depression and suicides, many are asking, what's the meaning of life? The true lessons from a samurai warrior may provide an answer for many people. Good pitch to a radio station. Hot topic. Go to my website. She may also, in the interview, say, money is a big issue. We have free weekly meetings giving people tips on how to make money. You can turn anything into your own topic. Go on a date. The guy always turns it into himself. You just take notes when you're on a date. Okay, so on being essential, with spa, turn your home into a spa. We are spending a lot of time at home. COVID has stressed us out, but essential oils can relieve your stress, even improve your immune system. Go to my website, and people are also stressed about money. Is there an essential oil to relax you about that? I don't know, but that's another one. Let's take another topic. Conversations. This is with Moria. Conversations around everything is difficult. COVID, politics, money, you name it. Wouldn't it be nice to know how to make it difficult conversations easier? That's what Moria is about. Go to my website. We also have free meetings giving people information on how to make money online. Okay, let's seniors, art. Seniors always ask, who would hire me? Seniors can share their knowledge and experience and make money online by sending leads to businesses that pay them. We have free weekly meetings. Come to my website. So anything you can turn, okay, Debbie, our immune system is better than pills and vaccinations or vaccines. And then she can talk all about what she talks about. Money stresses also impacts on the immune system. You see, you can take any topic, anything, and create a pitch for it. Rita, money. Money stress is a big thing. Radio stations would pick up on that. Of course, it's a big thing. What are you going to say, Rita, to, turning $1 into $2? I've got $1. I'd love to make it into $2. Okay. Have a vibrant life. We want to eat right, be fit, and not worry about money. COVID has allowed us to do that in record time. The internet gives us an instant access to online exercises, best foods, and how to create an online income. Okay, holes into you. Healing the holes in your soul. How do I turn this into a radio pitch? Relationships are breaking down from lockdowns and money stress. How to heal the holes in your soul when disaster hits. Where to start. Okay, good pitch, because we know relationships are breaking down through lockdowns and money stress. Bettina, COVID also killed businesses. What survived were online businesses. Now, many successful entrepreneurs have come together and are providing free strategies worldwide on creating online recurring revenue. Shiner. Okay. Last but not least. Okay. Hot topics. How my dog is dealing with COVID. He started an online business. Okay. Does it get any more obvious? So what is your job? Make the media your friends. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to introduce this next video. And what I want to do is, okay, I started a website sending $5 leads to insurance brokers and agents for the lowest car insurance rates. And I didn't know anything about insurance. I just knew if you compared rates, you would save money. And these $5 leads turned into $50,000 a month because I got my voice out there. Well, there's a big difference by doing media. You guys can still hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. By doing media, by only doing media, radio, TV, print, not Zoom meetings, not iPad or iPod, whatever, small meetings online. You don't know the audience. You're not going to hit it out of the park by doing what you're doing. Okay, so then I just had an idea. What if I compare insurance rates, tickets, and accidents to people's astrological signs? I didn't know anything about astrological signs, but when I looked at my data, I would say, oh, Pisces is just getting a lot of tickets. And I would go to that website about Pisces and it said, oh, it's a daydreaming sign. Of course, they're missing the speed traps. Oh, the Ram, what a bummer birth sign for having accidents. So I just like made it up. And I just sent out a small press release. Insurance companies have it wrong. They should be basing the rates on the person's astrological sign instead of their age. That was it. That was it. Over 1 million people were to my website in one day. I uploaded my notes creating my online book. By the way, Income Activator platform has award-winning books for you. And I went worldwide in one day. A friend of mine in Spain picked my story up in Spanish. Okay, this is how it happens. Bettina's going to play this one video, and then I'm going to end by the airplane disaster. Okay. So this is what I did, not planned for, just put it out there, but this is what happened. Yeah, don't make it big, because it's too early.
First sign can affect your ability to drive.
That's right. The next time you get a speeding ticket or find yourself in a car accident, you can blame it on your astrological sign. A new study looking at the driving records of 100,000 drivers found certain signs are more prone to speeding and others are more prone to getting into accidents. To talk about this, I'm joined by the author of Car Karma, Lee Romanoff. Ms. Romanoff, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
You've already evaluated me, and it's pretty much dead on, but we'll get to that in a second. Are insurance companies now going to be asking for my sign?
Well, you know, they already ask for your age. So maybe...
They know my birthday.
That's right. So maybe the month you were born is more relevant than the age you are. Because when you turn from 24 to 25, you know, who really cares? But if you go from, let's say, a Capricorn to a Scorpio, well, there's a big difference there.
Well, let's take a look at some of these now. We've got them listed. These are the worst drivers. Number 1, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, and Taurus. Those are the 6. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Gemini, and Leo, and that's in order from worst to best. Now, let's begin with Libras. Libras are indecisive.
That's right. Libras are the ones with the scales. They want to have peace, harmony, balance. Well,
there's no time for peace and harmony at rush hour.
No, you just go for it. And Libras don't want to make snap decisions, and you need to make a snap decision, or you're behind a tow truck before you know it.
And Aquarius, impulsive, ruled by the planet of speed and rebellion.
That's right. Aquarius drivers, they're the ones that will do the sudden U-turn in front of you or lane change. Oh. So that's how you can spot them.
Darn Aquarius cut me off. The Ram, not a good sign to begin with, really, when you look at Aries.
No, the Ram, they'd rather have a sign as a lamb when it comes to their driving, that's for sure.
Pisces.
Pisces,
a sign that enjoys daydreaming.
That's right. Those fish that are directionally challenged, they're going in the different directions. Yeah, they're woken up by the sound of a police siren behind them usually.
Scorpio's instinct is to get revenge.
That's right. If you pass a Scorpio, you'll probably be chased.
Oh my God. Taurus, the bull, stubborn.
That's right. They have an urge to charge at red lights.
Sagittarius, the risk takers.
That's right. They're not too bad, actually, because they know which risks to take and which risks not to take, and they leave the high-risk driving up to the cabbies.
Capricorn, which is me.
Yeah.
Goal-oriented. They're more concerned about the destination than the journey. They feel that the rules of the road are for other drivers to follow.
That's right. You're the goat. You don't mind butting a few fenders on the way to get to where you want to go.
Explains my record, Beth. Virgo, nervous attention to detail.
That's right. Actually, Virgos made the cover of the book because they pay attention to everything, including that squirrel on the road where they'll scream to a halt and cause a 10-car pileup.
Cancer are homebodies.
That's right. The road is their family. They're fine, but they're a moody group, and they'll honk at you for no reason at all.
Geminis are the original multitaskers, so they're eating, drinking, they're doing everything, but not obviously, they're second best, not too bad.
They're pretty good. Yeah, they're really good. They're the twins, so they've got the co-pilot happening. When one's driving, the other one's looking out for each other.
And Leo, generous and comfortable in sharing the roadway, known for having a huge ego, which is why their driving is the best.
That's right.
Because they want to be the best.
That's right. They are the star driver of the insurance group. So if you're an insurance company, insure your cars with Leos and Cancers and Geminis, and just be a little cautious of the other signs.
Lee, this is good fun.
Yes.
I mean, insurance isn't going to be affected by this, I don't think, but it's good fun.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
But yeah, now we know who's cutting us off. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We want to know your point of view, though, on our question today. Do you think that your astrological sign affects your driving? Log on to canadaam.cdv.ca and cast your vote. Coming up on Canada.
Okay, so you know what? Align whatever you're doing with your astrological sign. It's a great in. Now, just to conclude, I'll tell you how powerful the media is. Bettina, can everyone hear me still?
Yes.
Okay. So I was sitting in my home office and watching the news, and a plane at Pearson Airport in Toronto slid off the runway and burst into into a fire. And they're saying, we don't know, everybody could have been killed. And a friend of mine was picking up his wife who happened to be on that plane. And actually everybody got out and ran over to the highway. So my friend called me and said, oh, by the way, everyone's fine. My wife's fine, just in case you hear about the crash. And I said, well, they're reporting the crash, that everyone may be dead. And he says, well, no, everyone's fine. Everyone got out. So I called the TV station and I just said, by the way, everybody got out of the plane. Just so you guys know, they transferred me to live on air. They heard my voice, and suddenly I was the voice of that situation. And within 20 minutes, I had the media parked outside my place for interviews. And I was saying, I don't know anything. I just told you what I knew. And they said, we want you, Fox News said, we want you to called me and said, we want you to come to the airport and report on the plane crash. I said, I wasn't on it. They said, it's okay, you give a good story. So I was like, I had to go to the airport the next day to be interviewed by Fox News. I wasn't on the plane. And then as soon as I got there, everybody else interviewed me. By that time, I was like, oh yeah, I was on the plane. I was saving babies, because they wouldn't listen to anything else. So if you call this news stations on any tip, it's another good way to get to know people. So anyway, that's been my experience, how quickly they move on a story, to call them, make them your friends.
Thank you so much, Lee. I have to say, I am not surprised. And if you think that this cannot happen to you, you've got another thing coming. Literally, this kind of opportunity is just sitting there waiting for us. And as we're doing the onesies, twosies, we're missing out on this opportunity. So Lee has challenged me, and I'm going to be on the radio next week on Monday for a full hour. A station's actually giving me the airwaves for 1 full hour on the topic of shattering the revenue glass ceiling. And so it's possible just by picking up the phone and pitching people and making it happen. And we're going to be helping you to do this. So I'm going to put us now in gallery mode and return to the whole audience that's here today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's a wonderful day here in America. Look at this, all these bright faces. So do you have any questions for Lee? Open up your mic one at a time, and we'll have Lee address you, and then she's going to jump off, and we'll go to—
What's your sign, Lee? What's your sign?
Oh, of course, my sign was Cancer. The world is my family. And I made sure that was really high on the driving record, just in case they did take me seriously. Incidentally, they did take me seriously. They do look at your astrological signs now. Allstate, Royal Bank of Canada, or Royal Bank, RBC does. And I know they do, because they wouldn't have taken me out for lunch if they didn't.
And my sign is Gemini, and I've never been in an accident that I've caused. So that's since I was 16 and a half.
You've got a co-pilot, and you were like the 3rd best driver. Yes.
Second best.
Second best.
There you go. See?
I was watching. I'm a Gemini too.
And for those of you who are on this call and you want to have Lee extemporaneously do your top, what we call the top half of your pitch, just raise your hand here and she'll take a stab at it. We did Rita, we did Debbie, we did Tiu, Rosie.
As opposed to doing that, because that won't be, just, you've got my phone number, 699, what is it? See, mental block, 949-545-4211. If you want me to do your intro pitch, I can give it to you. Just give me a quick call, tell me what you do, and I will just, but I'll be making it up, and you can give it a shot. But once you give it a shot, the door's open, because then you just go on to the people and say, oh, by the way, what other stories are you working on? Because I can help you on any one of these stories in this category. And all of a sudden the floodgates open.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the number one more time, Lee?
Pardon?
What's your phone number one more time?
9-545-4211. Free to get home.
All right. Any other questions?
Any
comments?
other questions about being afraid of the media? By the end of my little media stint, all I had were media friends. They're really, really good. And as I said before, they know nothing, so they depend on you to give them information. And I was, I think I mentioned this. A guy came up to me at a party and said, Lee, you get more media than anyone I know. Who are you sleeping with? I said, is that an option? Because that would be great. No more stories until you take me on a date. So you just have to have fun with it. You can't get, upset by it, and you just roll with it. And the opportunities, I called up somebody that I hadn't talked to in 10 years in the media, and he replied back saying, I almost dropped the phone when I heard you call. So they remember you, okay? It's really, really easy. Easy, very easy. Okay, any questions at all? 3, 2, 1. I shouldn't have given away my phone number. Okay, okay, Debbie, I'll listen to your call. I'll wait for your call, Debbie. Okay, guys, have a great meeting, and I'm glad I could give you some advice.
Thank you so much, Lee, for coming out today and sharing this pearls of wisdom that you have.
Pearls of wisdom for the media. Okay, that would be a good thing. Hi, I've got some pearls of wisdom because I've been in COVID way too long. I figured out how to create pearls. Rita, everybody wants to hear from you, Rita. Everybody, because COVID is a money issue. Yes. You should be on every major radio station with your pitch and your little superpowers. Okay.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting?
Next phase, right now.
Go ahead, Rita.
No, I was just going to say thank you, Lee. I totally agree, and I love what you were saying. And yes, we're getting on it. It's moving in that direction right now. So it's I'm going to say beautiful timing, and I'm so excited to have such an amazing power team leading us in this direction. I'm going to say I wish I had you guys like 5 years ago, even, because it would have changed everything. And 20 years ago. Because
Rita, answer
collapsing time.
Rita, answer me this. What's the difference between a Pisces handling money and an Aries handling money?
You know what? I started researching the signs when I first heard you say this, so I need to learn more about the signs.
Okay.
So I know more about being a Taurus and
a Taurus, yeah.
Kind of charging through, getting it all done, and helping other people to get it done too. So I power through for everybody.
Taurus has a bumper sticker that says, "I may be slow, but I'm ahead of you." Okay, guys.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. That was a great presentation. I think out of all the presentations we've ever had, that is like my #1 favorite so far. Lee's a genius. And I've had similar experiences in the press. And I was just a regular person. That's one of the barriers to entry is you've got to say to yourself, it doesn't take being a celebrity to be a star, like Shay Vaughn says. So if you want to be on TV, you just have to get the phone number, pick it up, have a pitch, call on them on a regular basis. The topics that she listed out, COVID, politics, vaccine, just anything
Illness,
in media. Yes, that is what you really want to spin your story towards, right? So what I was going to say earlier was that about a few months ago, I kept thinking these things are standing in the way of getting into the media because COVID's always in the news, crime is always in the news, politics is always in the news. How is one supposed to rise to the top? But then in talking to Lee, it's like, that's exactly why we need to be in the news. And so we came up with this idea that COVID killed business, and COVID killing business allows us to be in the news every single day. So just wipe out of your mind the barriers, get on your big girl panties, guys, get on your big boy, whatever, trousers, I guess. And write your pitch, have it down, pick up the phone, call people. Emailing is an option, but the phone is probably still best.
Big boy boxers.
Big boy boxers. There you go.
Big boy boxers. Cute. And I just want to share like with what you're saying. And it's so funny because it's you're bringing to light, I think, the epiphanies that we want to have, and it's just not, sometimes we're not seeing. And I'll say it because, when I first started out in finance, one of the power partners were estate attorneys and trust attorneys. And I thought, well, I used to think, oh, they're so far more educated. Are they going to really want to deal with me? I mean, these are the stories, right, that I'm layering. And honestly, like now I have more trust attorneys and estate attorneys coming out my ears that what's really great about that is that when you believe in this abundance and this overflow, then you now get to be even selective about it. And that's what's going to happen right here in what White's teaching, which is super awesome.
Yeah. And what Lee is really saying is very, very true, that we all have powerful stories. We have powerful whys. There's a book in every one of us. But if we're talking to a crowd of 20, you're going to maybe land one deal. Why not talk to a crowd of 10,000 or 100,000 or 1 million people? There's a percentage that you're going to get that come to your website, that come and, you know, if you give out your phone number to call you, right? So leveling up to a bigger platform is what we're teaching and literally what we're doing. And although that Lee, you know, let down the gauntlet about 6 weeks ago, I wasn't able to actually, you know, get on it because I was sick. But about a week and a half ago, I got on it, and I've been invited to speak. I've been invited to take over this radio station for an hour. That's going to be on March the 22nd at noon. You know, it's like all of the opportunities that I knew I was prepared for mentally, but I wasn't physically able to, are now open for me. And it's the same for you all. There's nothing that's different about Lee and I. They are people too, the press is people too, and we are people too. That's it. We have that in common. There's nothing better or worse about any of us. So get over yourself and get over the idea that there's somebody better than you and you need to talk to them different or whatever. They are people. That's simply what they are. Now, I would like to start today's We Empower You Power Hour with Debbie Waldeck. Debbie is, of course, one of our speakers for the summits. And she's got an upcoming event is it not next week, right? Next week? Yes, next week. And I'd like for her to share what's in her heart and also what's up on the docket for her date.
Thank you so much, Bettina. And for everybody who I'm sure is wondering what's my sign. My birthday is Cinco de Mayo. Oh. So I'm a Taurus. Yeah, 5'5". And but I have not had, knock on wood, a ticket or accident in 30 years. So and I do not race up to red lights. I do not, ever. I love to be that coasting person to save the brakes and the gas, and that lets people speed up, slam their brakes on as you putt right up beside them, you know, wave. So anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way, right, Rita?
Yeah. Yes, I'm a Taurus too. Agree 100%.
Right, I know, but I don't know. But anyway, so you guys, I'm actually really excited. I hear Lee, who says doing these Zoom events is not what you want to do, but guess what? That's what I'm doing. Tuesday, March the 23rd. And this, I really believe, whether you have issues with energy, focus, mood, weight, or none of the above, I absolutely believe this will be of value to you, because it might be something that would be of value for your child, your spouse, your sister, your mother, because I'm going to be speaking about the relationship between blood sugar and anxiety, stress, mental health. And it is shocking, you guys. I'm going to show you in black and white how, for example, you may have normal A1Cs at the doctor. You may have normal fasting blood sugar. You guys, by the time that shows up as a problem, there's been a problem for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. And people don't get that, for example, their strawberries and oatmeal breakfast, they have no idea what's happening to their blood sugar over the next 2 to 3 hours. It takes a long time to show up, and how that can affect your mood, your ability to manifest, your energy, your focus, certainly your weight. Right? I'm going to show you as an example, the top 3 reasons behind sugar addiction and what to do to slam it, to curb it dramatically right away. That all by itself is worth it, you guys. So this is going to be a free Complimentary, they say the word is, right? Complimentary is right. Complimentary. This is a complimentary webinar on Tuesday, May the 23rd, as I said. And you can see right now in my screen, there's a URL, 1U, 1 diet. That's where you can register. And the reason it's that is this actually my license plate, Rita. Exactly that is my license plate, 1U, 1 diet. Yeah, because they're really, the problem, you guys, I'm going to finish with this. What bothers me is there are so many fads out there, Sandra. People buy into the keto, the Whole30, the zone, and all that's fantastic. But you know what? If they were perfect, they would work for everybody, and they never do. They're great, Rita, for your sister maybe, but not for you, because each and every one of us are entirely different and unique. In fact, Sandra at a breakout session made a comment about, for example, biracial children. And I was sharing, and I'll give you this last little bit. I was born in Scotland. I'm Scottish. And the books will tell you that if you eat a potato or pasta or rice, your blood sugar will go up because they're all carbohydrates. You guys, I can eat a potato, nothing happens to my blood sugar. But I eat rice, my blood sugar goes way high. My girlfriend, who's Japanese, she eats a potato, her blood sugars go quite high, rice, nothing. So you guys, this is about you knowing about you. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to it. You can register at 1UN Diet, and I will be there with bells on.
And what time is it, Debbie?
4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and it's going to be 90 minutes.
Thank you so much. And thank you for doing such an awesome job in changing people's lives, or transforming them, helping them transform anyway. And also for speaking at the summit.
Thank you. And I would so appreciate it if you want it, when you register, I'm going to send you an email. And if you'll share it with your sisters, your friends, your tribe, your group, I would really appreciate it.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I was on a phone call with David Krause earlier today, and he's definitely interested in signing up. So why don't we go to David next? Hi there, David. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I was at the summit very impressed with Debbie's talk about blood sugar and those kind of things. And we actually emailed a little bit, and she gave me some ideas, and I went to the store at noon and I bought a whole bunch of stuff. But I think those topics in health, and I mean, to me, it's very, very important. So thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Yep.
And, do you want to share a little bit about yourself? You're entertaining becoming a member and wanting to just figure out what you're going to do with the membership?
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently working full-time at the hospital, and but actually after listening to that presentation, I have all kinds of ideas, you know.
Hey.
Which I think, you know, to me, the internet and it's the world out there, right? It's a billion people doing everything. So I'm trying to focus on, well, what interests me. And so anyway, that's what I'm getting out of the meetings here.
Great, thank you so much.
Yep.
Next, we'll turn it over to Rita Bakutsi, another summit speaker. Thank you for presenting as a breakout presenter this last time.
It was great. You know, I really do enjoy, you know, this where we get to all bring our best gifts, you know. And so, by the way, somebody did ask what time Debbie event. And it's, I looked it up. It's 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST, just so you know, on March 23rd. We're all here together. We're all here together as a collaborative. And my mission, you know, I kind of, you know, when we talked about pearls of wisdom, that's one of the things that has been a phrase that people have coined around me, which is a really, I'm going to say, honorable and humbling title to have when I hear that. And so when I hear that, I think we're here to all share our wisdom, each piece, all those pearls that we have together to string along to create a beautiful necklace, if you will, together. And, you know, money stress definitely is something that's in a majority of the nation's lives right now because of COVID, because of illness. And So I like to just share around my missions because I talked about being a Taurus and bullying the way through. I'm a financial consultant. I'm an educator about raising your financial intelligence. When you learn that financial intelligence is nothing short of a state of being, so it's like raising your confidence. And so when you learn about any one topic, you elevate yourself and you put yourself in a power position, a position of control. You are taught, not told what to do, so you're not following somebody else's indoctrinated beliefs. You are forming your individual criteria so that when you meet with maybe any financial professional, be it Troy, be it me, you have the power of what you know, your knowledge for what serves you best in reaching your financial destination, because it's different for everyone. And because the underserved market in the arena of money education is widespread, my sons and I, we started a money education movement boot camp, and Mia got to be a part of it. So, which was really exciting because we're growing. And as we get more feedback, we get better. And it's just like this. Finances are like these little things here. It's my cell phone. It's ever changing, growing, but it's actually getting better for us as the consumers. We are going to get to educate 1 million people in the next 10 years, or no, next 5 years. I did the number, and it starts just by referring to. Ever heard of compounding interest? Well, this is compounding referrals. And when we do that as a nation, we all get to rise together. And I do have an event on my mom. I'll put my website in my little name like Debbie did with her site. You can check out about our upcoming event. Our next 3-day boot camp is going to be on April 30th, May 1st, and May 2nd. And kids ages 12 to 24 get scholarship for free because we want this to exponentially grow. We want to put the power in your hands, releasing the stress, surrendering to it, being empowered, using a model like Bettina's and Lee's, where we can make money while we learn legitimately, right? From home, and grow and help other people grow. So we're paving the way and making a revolutionary new move with our money education movement. And I hope that you can check it out at least, and maybe refer to people you think would love a money education to help change the world. All right.
I love it. Thank you so much, Rita. And next I'm going to go to Lalani, the bodyguard. I want to know about the bodyguard. There you go.
Hi, Bettina. I'm actually on with Margarita Clement. She is the founder of the company. So she actually is the one who started it. But what our company is about, it's a medical device company. She had invented a product for her father when he was losing his mobility slowly as he aged. And she is a nurse by trade of 40 years. And he asked her, actually made her promise not to put him in a home and for him not to come down with bed sores. So she created this device, a wearable device with handles to help keep him moving when he was slowly losing his mobility. And especially when he got bedridden, she was able to turn him and prevented bed sores. So she was successful with that. They worked on the prototype together. She was successful and they patented together. So that is the launch product of the company. And we are now in the beginning stages of setting up a clinical trial to help collect data on its proof of concept. And we partnered with a clinical researcher to help us set it up, as well as a nurse who is a director of hospices and home health. So we are finding a disposable fabric. Speaking of COVID, it's relatable because you have to turn patients when they have COVID because of the lung capacity. So we're trying to apply to that. As you said, you have to be relatable to what's going on in society today. So that's how we're relating it. So that's where we stand right now. We are looking for a medical manufacturer, this disposable fabric, and that's our next step. So thank you for letting me share.
Great, thank you so much and welcome. All right, and let's see who else. We've got Margarita Clement. You can introduce yourself as well. Oh, we'll have to unmute.
House, yeah. I have a little dog here, she's barking all the time. So it between mute and unmute. Yeah, my name is Dr. Margarita Clement. I am a nurse as well as psychologist. Like Lelaine was sharing, that my American father told me there's two things I do not want is to come with bad sores because he was an insurance broker for Lloyd's of London. And he says, don't let me come down with bad sores and nor put me in a home.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a little girl, I had polio. And the reason I could not go to medical school because of my disability. So that's why I went to nurse. But be as it may, I thought, how am I going to turn my father, 6'4", 240, in bed by myself? So I came up with the Bermuda short. I cut it up and I used the strap to sew it on both sides of the pants and opening in the front where you can use the urinal. And also easy for me to hold on to the handles to give him a shower, or if he wants to go to the swimming pool, I'm able to hold on to the strap or walking down the street. So that is all. We went and patent it, and now, like Lelaine said, we have to get the show on the road.
I love it. Thank you. Everybody keep your eyes and ears out for opportunities for these two ladies. Yeah. Fantastic. It looks like Cindy popped up. I was going to have her go next. How about we hear from Sally and then Susan?
Hello.
Hi.
It's so fun to be here. I have to say, I love the summit. So I just wanted to start with that because it was really extraordinary. So thank you for giving that experience to all of us. I would love to talk to you about what I'm doing with Lee right now. I'm a medical intuitive and I've been one for 16 years. I came from engineering. I used to work at NASA. And what I've learned as a medical intuitive is that there are really important healing alternatives for people that they may not even be aware of. I had a friend who had a child that had to have heart surgery at 6 months old, and he had trouble with learning to talk and other things. He was in therapy with 3 of Stanford's best people. And the mom came to me one day for her appointment with me. She was crying and she said, they told me there's no hope for my son to be normal, to function normally, to speak normally. So I said, they have a right to tell you they don't have anything they can do, but they don't have a right to say there's no hope, because there are so many things that exist beyond what standard Western medicine offers. So I had her, she brought him in to see me. I had her see 2 other people. He went to school. He went to a normal school. He functions as a normal kid. And now he's in high school and he lives a total normal life. And this could not have happened if she would have given up. Mm-hmm. So I want people to know that there are so many alternatives. I mean, look at this group. Look at all the extraordinary things that people are creating, bringing to the world. So I'm offering a website to help people learn how to heal in different ways. And it's called Life Force Directory. And it is a directory that will give people these alternatives that will educate them. I will be advertising on the radio shows. I've done radio for a few years. So I'm happy to jump on the radio, and I'm going to talk about these amazing alternatives that people need to know exist, because it may be their solution to a better life. So if you are interested in talking to me about getting on my directory, I'm going to drop a quick thing in the chat. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan, for saying so much positivity about the summit as well. I put the free tickets. We're actually going to do the opposite of what we've been doing. We're giving away 500 free tickets. So get your free ticket now, because once the 500 are gone, they're gone. And I love your story. I know you and Debbie should talk, because she could totally relate to somebody telling her a medical person telling her there was no hope, and completely having a different outcome for her son. Right, Debbie? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we got to love the hope part. We all need it.
Yes, totally, totally. With that said,
Thank
I was
you.
going to have Susan go next, but she had to drop off. And let me have Sandra and then Doris and then Troy go in that order. Sandra, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Bettina. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Hi to everybody. This We Empower You opportunity that we have here is so inspiring and so motivating. So I'm just like digging it. I can't tell you how much. And I'm retired hospital administrator. I got out of the business because I was really motivated and called to do something to heal people. Not a doctor, I'm not a practitioner, but I am motivated to teach people. And that's what turns my lights on when their lights come on, teach people. So my whole thing is about improving healthcare. So, I used to say, like, in the state, in America, in the world, there are so many things that we need to know. So I'm inspired to meet all of you, and particularly interested in Debbie's seminar. I just sent it out to all my family and said, this is what you need to see. Do not miss it. So, there's just so many of you that will add to what I do. And I'm a Sagittarius, so, I'm driving slow, but I'm taking it easy. So, hey, it's all very cool. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, spread the word about Debbie's thing. And then Sally just wrote in the chat, if you're offering online healing, personal growth, and soul inspiration, she's inviting you to a conversation about expanding your business. Sally Page is building an international directory and website to help you find the best choices for healing mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
So she put her Calendly in here. And so for those of you that are watching on Facebook, you're going to want to pay attention here. Get a hold of us. We know at weempoweryourlife.com. Get a hold of a free summit ticket at weempoweryourlife.com, because once those 500 sponsored tickets are gone, they're gone. We're going to grow by a lot this next summit, June the 9th. Okay, who did I say was next after that?
Doris.
Doris, there you are, Doris. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you guys too. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Bettina. This is amazing. Yes, the summit was off the chain. I want to see the recording of the other classes if you don't mind. Because when you speak, you don't get to hear what other people are saying, So if you can work that out, that would be great. Now, I am just glad to be here with you guys. Each time I come on here, it's so amazing. I keep meeting more people, and we all on the same page of making a difference and fixing people's lives that are ready to learn. So I am excited. I will be connecting with Debbie because I am someone who deals with blood sugars and things like that. So I'm here to learn. Once I find out how good you are, I will be telling the world about you, because I'm on a mission to connect with you guys, and let's go make beautiful harmony music together, fixing these people first and then making the world beautiful. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to meet the two women that's in the bodyguard or something like that. I got a special needs son. Now they hearing stuff that rings a bell in my ear. I want to connect with everybody on this call, to be honest with you. And I know the time will come, but I just want you guys to know that I have big dreams, and I have promised God, put the people in front of me, and we will do big things together. So I'm glad I'm here, Bettina. I'm here for a reason. Thank you, guys. All right.
And I just want to point out that Doris has actually also got a radio program of her own, and she has a little bit of a paid programming format, but she's affordable. So take advantage of Doris's,
yes, and can I tell you one good other thing about that, Bettina?
Yes.
The radio show, once you play it, it goes in the archives, and when you're not available, they go back and replay shows. So it's a win-win situation.
Yes.
I will have shows repeated because, people hear things one time, they got to hear it over and over again before it clicks. So that's what happens in the radio. You do get to replay the shows over again. So let's talk about that, ladies. And we will be doing it through Zoom.
Yay, great. All right. Thank you, Doris.
All right, thanks.
Great to have you. And thank you also for being a breakout session speaker as well. And next up, we have Troy Thompson. And Troy is joined us at the summit by being a mentor and also an introducer, co-facilitator of a session. So thank you, Troy, for participating with us as well.
Well, it's great to be here and appreciate the opportunity to spend a couple of minutes. And so I'm Troy Thompson, and Lee has helped me create Your Detox Directory. And it's interesting that whatever we're seeking, that's what we hear. So if you decide you're going to go buy a Honda Civic, you're going to see a Honda Civic everywhere. And so I'm a nurse. I worked as a nurse for 23 years. And so I've heard several people, there are several nurses here, health focused, and that's a part of what I do in a different way, I believe, than what the other people have talked about. And so I think there'd be a synergy with what they do and what I do. One specific thing related to that is a product that detoxifies the body from heavy metals and other toxins. Zeolite is what it's called. It's kind of like a sponge. It gets into the bloodstream and it's small enough that it can cross the blood-brain barrier and absorb those heavy metals and toxins, and they're excreted in the body, leading to a healthier, cleaner body that can heal itself. And so that's going to work with what several other people are doing on the health side. And then also we've talked about COVID and stress and money and all that stuff works together. Money can be very stressful. And so what Rita is doing, we do some similar things. And when we have our finances in order, when we can feel good about having control over our income, such as through We Empower You, then that can decrease our stress. And decreasing our stress improves our health. So I say improve your wealth, improve your health. And so those are some of the things that I'm doing and how We Empower You community has helped me.
There you go. That's your pitch. You just figured it out, right? I love it. Thank you so much, Troy. A relatively new member. Sally's jumping on board too, and that's so exciting. I'm really glad to welcome you, and we'll have to get on a phone call, Sally.
Yes.
My number, I'm going to pop in the chat. I see a couple of you have gone ahead and taken advantage of that free summit ticket, and that's fantastic. So keep signing up. I'm getting them right on my phone as we're on this meeting. So at this point, we've had everybody, I believe, introduce themselves. Is that correct? Yep. And this is a networking hour. So there's some natural opportunities. Maybe the first one that comes to mind is Doris talking specifically about the Bodyguard Corporation. Doris, do you want to share a little bit more about your son and how this might just be music to your ears?
Yes, I am the mother of a special needs son. He is total care. I don't know how I do all this, but it's got to be somebody. You wouldn't believe the responsibility that I have. And then I'm still doing a great job hanging out with you guys. Yes, Carlos is total care. He will be 40 years old, May 11th. A blessing to me. I tell you, without him, I'm lost. But now I've started a foundation. It is a need here in the state of Washington. I will have facilities for parents to bring their special people. They can even stay so the parents can go on a vacation or something, like a little respite or something. In that facility, I would like to have a therapist in there to work with them, because these people are very powerful when you put the energy in them. They can be healed too. So I am interested in that Bodyguard because it sounds like something that I could relate to once we get more involved in working with disabled people. So my business, the foundation is called Carlos and Friends Foundation. If you want to go look at the website, it's carlosandfriends.org. We are going to raise money, and that means we can do things together in the community. I don't care. We have to collaborate and bring people together and educate them while we're doing fundraisers, because we have to figure out something to get people thinking, because people are lost, y'all. They are lost, and we must help them. And I'm excited to know you, Bettina, because we are breaking this glass ceiling together.
Yes,
okay?
we are, absolutely. Lalani and is it Lalani?
It's Lalaine.
Lalaine. Sorry about that. I have a friend that's Lalani, and for I'm like, oh.
I always call that
Margarita, both of you.
Supervisors call me that, but 100% Doris, I just want to let you know my background was physical therapy. So when I was interning, I worked with special needs children, and one of my cases was a fully a high end on the autism spectrum, very high end, where he needed some help and assistance with not just mobility. He was actually very good with mobility, but just the behaviors. And it is a lifetime commitment. I commend you that your son is now 40 and you are still taking care of him and he's at home. That is fantastic. It's really a big goal that you achieved. So
well, that's amazing. Lalani? Lalane. Oh, it sounds like Lalani. Okay, Lalane. But listen, I'm going to put my information in the chat. Let's talk, because I'm taking this big plan around the world. I need you. And don't worry, we're going to be a blessing to one another, okay?
Definitely. I feel it already.
Okay, good. I'm going to put my information in. I want yours, okay? Let's see where we're going with this.
Yes. So
and Bettina, no worry, we're going to be a blessing to you too, Bettina. No worry, we're all going to be blessed on this call if you deal with me, okay?
There you go.
Because I got plans to give back. I want to give back, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I just want to see the world happy. I don't care if I never get a nickel. I just want to see you happy, because I will be happy. There
you go. I think that's a great way to close out that conversation. Now, Troy and Sally, I feel like you two need to also connect. Obviously, Troy's into the health side in a really big way, and along with Debbie, and maybe there's some others here as well. I don't know everything about all of you yet, but what you say, the two of you?
Yes. She's been on, I've had a reminder in my phone for like a week and a half to try. We have something scheduled, it didn't work out, and then so it's just we've been working on it, so we have it scheduled again for Friday to get to talk together.
That's great. It looks like that's going to happen, and Sally put her information in the chat as well if anybody else is David, I'm not sure if this is appropriate because you have some health concerns yourself that you had voiced.
Actually, I had a phone call. Let's see, when was that? I think it was Monday night. I talked to David. Was that Monday?
Oh, unmute
or Friday.
David. Unmute David.
Yeah, David and I talked Friday night for about half an hour.
Great. Well,
some great ideas.
I need to be in here for it because you guys are networking on your own. I love it.
Well, you made the connections. You started the fire. You made the spark.
I'm so happy. You have no idea that when I hear people are actually connecting within the group and they're going on to doing things together, it just makes my heart sing. You have no idea. It's like my #1 core strength on the Strength Finders is connectedness. And so that's why I'm here on the planet, is to bring people together. And that is so, so fun. I get a big tickle inside. All right, great. So it sounds like we might be almost at a ready to close, even though it would be early. But if nobody has anything more to say about what they're doing or they have any questions, we can wrap up a little early tonight.
I have a question. We just happened to be on this because Lee actually promoted this 3 p.m. So I just wanted to learn more about your organization.
Oh,
I
sure.
under the We Empower You. So I'm not familiar with that. So that would be great if you could share.
Oh, absolutely. Let me bring up a screen share to just tell you a little bit more about the organization. And I'm going to go to our homepage to share with. It's probably the best place to go. And then I'll take you to another page after that. So We Empower You was founded on a core principle, which is really about giving, right? And so our mission and vision really is to change the globe one business at a time. And we give more, we keep less, and we make more through the loyalty of our members. So what does that mean? So essentially, we charge a membership fee, and I'll get into that in a second. But when you come by invitation, we give half of that back to whoever invited you to the table, so to speak. And that allows us to, give more, and then we keep less. But we believe that through the loyalty of our members, by the members giving first, receiving later, that they are going to be stronger and that we will be stronger. And so that's how it works. Membership affiliations are an untapped resource for generating income. So no matter what you do, and I have another company, it's a advertising marketing agency, and that is my day job, so to speak. That's how I make a certain portion of my living. But my membership income is generating at a faster pace than any business that I've run in the last 27 years. And so we're introducing people to this membership revenue opportunity. And it's really easy because what you do is you join the membership, and then we teach you everything that you need to do in order to invite people to these meetings, in order to encourage folks to become members. And by joining the membership, you then are in the position of taking advantage of the $30,000 package that we've put together for our members. The membership, however, is only $1,599 US, so it's actually quite affordable. It comes out to a cheap cup of coffee a day, or $133.25 for the month. So it's economical. And then we have these membership meetings once a week on Wednesdays, which are actually strategic as well as networking. And then we have a meeting on Saturdays where we have at noon explained and explored opportunity to talk a little bit more in depth about the membership. But not everybody needs to join the membership. So if you don't need a website, you don't need radio, you don't need TV, you don't need so much of what we have in our package, you may want to just be a brand affiliate, and we still pay out the same $800 to our brand affiliates. Member or not, we still give more and keep less. So as this member affiliate site comes up, because I've got two new browsers open, I'll put the brand affiliate link in there. You can sign up to be a brand affiliate as your first step, or some people just join, and that's also fine. And others might need more of a monthly arrangement, and I'm happy to send invoices for monthly and or all at one time. As the affiliate link comes up here, you'll see right here in blue how to get your link, and then everything you're doing is tracked through an affiliate link. But in addition, when we're selling our tickets to our summit, you get 30% of our ticket sales. We're not selling our tickets currently right now, we're just giving them away. And then you can sign up also to any of our free meetings. And this is just one of the meetings that we have, Wednesdays from 3 to 5. We have the Saturday at noon, We have the second Thursday of the month. And then during the week, on the third week of the month, we have a 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., which is this week. And I'm doing check-ins with everybody who wants to have their 5-minute spotlight. And those 5-minute spotlights are very valuable on the Worldwide Television Network that Siobhan has so generously given our members. So here I'm on the calendar page, that tab right there, and all of our Zoom links are on that calendar page. I won't scroll down, but you will be able to see all of our meetings as you scroll down. And then last but not least, we have our summit, which is every quarter. Our next one is coming up on June the 9th. They're always the second Wednesday of the month. And our tickets to the summit are generally $17, $50, $100 for tickets. And we have a $787 exhibitor ticket as well. But right now we're giving it away. Unbelievable that we're giving away the $17 ticket to 500 people. And so share this link that we put in the chat with anybody and everybody you know, because they're going to want to be at the summit. That's a little bit about our membership. Thank you for asking. All right. If there's no other questions or comments, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Last chance, everybody. Anybody got anything left?
Bettina, thank you. That was beautiful. You're always amazing.
Thank you, Doris.
And it was nice meeting everybody. Hi, Sally. I don't know if I met you, but we will be connecting. Don't y'all worry. We got something big coming down the pipe. We just got to work it and it will happen. That's all I got to say to you guys. Have a good week and I will see you later, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye, Doris.
Bye-bye. I'll be in touch. Let's hang out. Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you in PIC.
You'll see me where?
PIC.
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 What's that?
With Casey.
Oh, yeah. You're there too? Oh, Lord. Girl, we are all over the place. I love these meetings where we are all interconnected. Beautiful things are coming down the pipe. You believe me. It's coming, Bettina. Bye, everybody.
Forward.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Take care.
Bye, Belinda. Nice work. I'm looking forward to see you again.
Yes.
It's very informative.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye.
Thank you.